We have an IVF center, and we also practice other forms of infertility treatment, and the goal is to help couples have kids. Initially, I was kind of in denial, and then when I got here, then it began to sink in that this is a major issue.
Breaking news out of Palm Springs, where a massive explosion took place outside a fertility clinic, and firefighters now combing through the massive debris field right now. And you can see there is extensive damage to this building.
It's like a war zone. Wherever you look, you see damaged buildings and law enforcement, and this has been my home for 20 years now. It has become rubble.
One of the first things we did is we launched a drone, and when we did, we knew this is not a normal explosion. One of the first people on scene was our chief of police, but he started recognizing that this appeared to be some type of an attack, and we needed to confirm that really quickly.
I heard the boom and felt the concussion.
We have a black cloud of smoke coming up.
So I jumped in the car, got to the scene, and we found a license plate on the parking lot. I took a photo of it, sent it to my people, said, hey, start working up this thing.
First thing we did was enter that into Flock. We can start identifying timelines.
As well as the vehicle's movements throughout the city on the LPRs. We really were able to use technology to try to understand with clarity what took place and why.
Officials have identified who they believe to be the suspect as the person who died in the blast, calling it an act of terrorism.
About an hour from here, authorities raiding a home linked to the suspect, where they say they found writings as well as an online identity where he described himself as anti-life.
Fortunately, we didn't have a lot of casualties. What we look at in incidents like this, what can we do better? What technology do we need to either help prevent or identify these suspects even quicker? We're in a very liberal community where oftentimes people see a divide between the community and the police.
We've worked hard to be transparent, whether it's the faith community or the LGBTQ community or people of color or indigenous people. When you're working shoulder to shoulder with them in a really dynamic and effective way, that really builds relationships, and that's what builds trust. 5 years ago would never have approved any Flock cameras. Almost 4 years later, when we started talking about that with council, and we started talking about that with our community, the trust was there. And now we were able to leverage technology as a force multiplication tool. I don't want to be the one caught not having been prepared. You can't take that chance anymore. There's just too many people with these individual grievances to experiment, build a bomb, and then go blow up an IVF clinic.
My reaction with law enforcement was really just amazing. It's almost like we've been on the same team for many years. Once we realized all of us are safe, including the embryos, the rest was easy. We just have to deal with material damage that we can easily repair. Paying for the funeral was really an act of forgiveness, and honest to God, we all feel bad for his family. And it really allowed us to focus on the project that's awaiting us. Anybody in the business knows how challenging that will be.
My own daughter is going through IVF, and this was meaningful to her, giving families the ability to raise children in the future. I think that just smacks of what this country is. It's a country of hope. It's a country of dreams. It's a country of aspirations. And this is how we do it, by protecting one another, rebuilding, coming back stronger, and being more effective, and not letting anybody deter who we are as a nation.